Hey Scrubbers, it's Vanessa here, and today is release day for Traci Reed Designs, and it is the new Island Time collection. And so for my layout today, I am starting off with this background. I printed this. This is from the digital kit. So there's this awesome watercolory background. It's almost like clouds or water. But I went ahead and printed that on white cardstock. I did add some white paint splatters after I printed it, so that now I have a little bit of white splatter on top of that mixed media, and I'm going to back it on just this piece of blue cardstock. So that is going to be my background. So I've got that part ready to go, so I'll start with that. And then I have two photos. They are of my daughter, and I am going to back them with two pattern papers from the collection. This one might be hard to see, but this one has like the hang 10 symbol, and it's tone on tone, so it's a dark blue and then there's a lighter blue with the symbol. And so I'm going to back my photos with that one, as well as this floral paper from the collection. So these are both from the paper collection. So my photos are going to be matted with both of these patterns. Excuse me. The other thing that I did is I went and took and printed on white cardstock all of these kind, I don't remember what these flowers are called, but these type of flowers from the collection. So I printed a whole bunch of them. I did put them in Canva and sized them in Canva, and that's what I used. And then I printed them on white cardstock. Once I had that, I do have glitter cardstock, but I didn't use it to print. What I did is I printed it on white, and then I took my favorite Nuvo Glimmer paste, and it is Moonstone. Yes, Moonstone. Probably one of my absolute favorite products. And I put that all over top of the florals, and so that's why they all have this really shimmery look to them. I love it. I love how they turned out. So once that dried, I went ahead and fussy cut all of those. And so I also fussy cut out a couple of cameras from the collection. I do believe, I can't remember if this is from the stickers or from the digital collection. I think these are from the sticker sheet. So I went ahead and cut those out. I have this little tag piece. I believe this is from the digital kit. And then from the pink pattern, or the pink cardstock, so like the solid color pattern papers from the collection, I did go ahead and cut part of my title. I die cut it, and then I layered it up. Or no, I didn't layer this one up. I just die cut this one and created my title. Excuse me. And then I also have some leaves as well. These are from the digital collection, and I'm going to use those on my layout. Also from the solid colored pattern paper, I did cut this Mickey die for the layout as well. And I have some enamel dots up here that we'll finish the layout with later. I also took one of the, this is a, I guess you could call it a label. It's from the Traveler's Notebook signatures, and there's a whole page of these, and so I cut one from that, and then I stamped my title. So my title for this one is going to be Island Princess. So I did just take some stamps and some Distress Oxide in, I want to say Tumbled Glass is the color, and I just went ahead and stamped that out. So I did some work off camera, all my fussy cutting, my stamping, and my creating of my letters, because that gets a little bit tedious to show on camera. So what I'm going to do first is get my background laid down, and then map my two photos. And I can tell you that my photos are going to go like this, I believe. Probably right about there, and my idea is to span the florals on the diagonal from the bottom left to the top right. And then I'm going to split my title with Island being up here and then Princess being down here. So that much I do know. I'm pretty sure that's the way this is going to go. So what I'm going to do is get this part glued down, and then we're going to come back in and actually lay out all of the florals, and then that way you can see this layout come together and I can glue it down before I add the enamel dots. Okay, I have my photos glued down, my background is down. I did go ahead and add that Mickey head in because I didn't want to forget it and not have a place for it, so I'm going to end up sticking florals in and around it. So that is there. Nothing is glued down from my title, but this is how I am thinking the title is going to go. So I have Island up here, Princess down here. This other little piece, I'm thinking it's going to go over here, something like that. At this point, kind of, this is where I'm thinking. Now I have all of my florals over here, and like I said, I am aiming to have this cascade of florals from the bottom to the top. So I am going to kind of play and lay out these florals. I have two colors of the pink, and I can't tell in the light of with the camera. I can't tell which one is which. I think that's that one. I'm trying to make sure that I get all of them represented in here, and so I want to make sure that I can actually see them all in my mix of embellishments. So now I'm just playing, trying to put in just a good mix of the florals, and I am going to obviously then tuck in the leaves. So I know that is definitely going to happen. I have this one larger floral up here, so I'm going to use that one up there for sure. And then, like I said, I'm going to tuck these around. I didn't glue this down because I know I want to kind of figure out where I'm going to place those, so I didn't want to glue those down yet because I'm not 100% sure where they're going to live at this point. So just going to play and start putting these florals in amongst my page. Let's see. I want to put one of those down here. And I feel like this one needs to come down here somewhere. So I do know I want to have this be really, I want them to be pretty full and overflowing. So I do know I want to use all of the florals that I have cut. It's just a matter of where to put them all. So I want there to be a burst of florals on this page. So I'm determined to get them all on here. So I'm probably going to have to balance the color ever so slightly a bit better than what I'm doing right now. But essentially, my plan, so I'll probably have to move these around because they're not exactly laid out how I want them. But this will probably move in and cover that part up. I want to cover this up as well. And then, like I said, I want to randomly, I don't have obviously leaves for all of the florals, so I'm going to just kind of pop them in and amongst the florals as we go down through, and so that'll add a nice little pop with the flowers to add that little bit of greenery. I think just adds a little bit of extra touch. So these will get mixed in here. Kind of just tucking them in as we go here. So something like this is what I'm thinking. And then I also have these cameras. So, excuse me, I am going to tuck each of these in. This might end up helping to cover this label down here. So I'm thinking it'll go something like that. And then I'm going to come in for the finishing touches and just dot enamel dots in through this trail of florals. So the texture paste already curled up the edges of some of my florals. So when I go to glue them down, I'm just going to glue like the centers so that I get lots of texture and dimension. I did pop up my photos on Fun Foam, so those are lifted off the page as well. So I'm going to go off camera and get all of this glued down. So you will see it change ever so slightly. Because I know that I'm going to probably disperse the colors a bit more on this page once I actually sit down to glue it. But I wanted to definitely show you the process, and there's I don't really have a whole lot of rhyme or reason. I just knew I wanted to go on a diagonal and I wanted it to be done with florals, and that's probably the only thoughts that I really had for this page. So I wanted to show just how random I was planning to lay everything out. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. We'll come back with the enamel dots and we'll get this layout finished. With everything glued down, here is how it looks. So like I said, I just rearranged everything just ever so slightly, added those leaves, and here's the layout. Everything is glued down. So now I'm just going to come in and place those enamel dots in amongst all of my florals, just to fill in some of the spaces with a little something. I want to try to get all of these different colors in here. So I'm going to try to put one from each, at least, into each of, I won't even call these clusters, but I'm going to try to get one each of the colors of enamel dots that I have pulled out, and add those in. Let's see, where do I want to put you? Maybe, I don't know where to put you. Down here maybe? I feel like it's too close to that one. So let's see, do I think I want to add any more? Move that one up there. I kind of like it, so I'm gonna call this one done. So be sure to check Traci's blog. There'll be tons of inspiration using this new collection. This collection is on sale, so if you have any sort of travel vacation photos coming up for this coming summer or past, be sure to grab this collection while it's on sale. It's a great one. I'm obviously not scrapbooking a desert or any sort of tropical island or Hawaiian vacation. In this case, I am scrapbooking a photo of my daughter. We are actually at the Polynesian, or waiting for the monorail at the Polynesian, and she had found this flower that had fallen off one of the plants, and so she put it in her hair. So we were at sort of the Polynesian Hawaiian restaurant, or the hotel I should say. We had eaten in the Kona Cafe, so that's as close to sort of Hawaiian island time that we were going to get, or that we have gotten. And so I thought this was a fun layout to show you that you don't have to go to an island of any kind to be able to use this collection. There is plenty of inspiration Plenty of icons and florals and things like that. You can document any sort of vacation especially. So with that, guys, I will show you the still photos coming up in just a sec, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.